All right, this is the Alpha Scrap Martial Arts Network coming at you with another knife review, fixed blade knife review this time. It is the Bradford USA Guardian 3. Have mine laser engraved. I am becoming a proponent of smaller fixed blade knives. Now, yes, maybe they are not as concealable as the Spyderco Delica, roughly about the same size, but obviously it folds. So it's smaller, takes up less real estate. This leads us into our shadow segment, blade maintenance, keeping the blade sharp, keeping it clean as well. So this fixed blade, you have the blade, and then you have your handle. Keeping that clean is easy. The folding knife, you have all the mechanisms in there. You have the canyon in there for muck and mire and pocket lint. It's a lot to clean. Something to think about, because if you let this get dirty and grimy, eventually it's going to get hard to open. And I've had it, admittedly, to where I couldn't actually get it open because there was so much gunk in there to where it wouldn't even click. That's not good. Now, I'm not becoming a proponent of this because I'm lazy and don't want to clean my blades, but it's something that you need to think about depending on how busy your life is. How much time do you have to dedicate to blade maintenance? These are tools. No matter what you designate this to, whether it is a backup blade for self-protection, whether it is an EDC knife or both, whatever, it doesn't matter. It'll double as both. It's a fantastic blade. But that is something you need to think about, is if you're using it for EDC tasks, you need to keep it clean. You need to keep the rust off it. You need to keep it sharp. And this is made of N690 steel. Great steel. Not super hard to sharpen yourself. It's not soft by any means like VG10. Now, I will say, the biggest thing with this blade was the sheath that came in. I hated it so much, I don't even have it anymore to show you. The sheath was terrible because you can only wear it outside the waistband, and I'm not even joking, this was all that stuck out. How are you supposed to grab onto that? It's not good. This is an aftermarket sheath, and there are tons of them, because I'm not the only one who thinks that way about the leather sheath. Much more real estate. And it's got an ulti clip on it. It's just a Kydex sheath. About a dozen companies make them. So do your own research and find out which one you like for how you want to carry it. Personally, this is an inside the waistband one for me, possibly appendix carry. So small recap and some finer details. It is just under 3.5 ounces, pretty light. 3.5 inch total blade with a 3-inch cutting surface. Check your local laws and regulations. It does have some jimping. It's not very aggressive. I would not want to go thrusting into things too much, but it does have the finger choil. Those of you with larger hands, be aware. I think you can see why. You can scrunch up on it, but now you're away from the jimping, which is why this is an EDC blade for me. Just a little bit too small for those other tasks, but it will perform if asked of it. And that's important, is do all the tools you carry perform into any task that you may ask of it to perform, whether or not it's perfect or not. Sometimes you just gotta use what you gotta use. Great little knife though. I can see this being somebody's workhorse in their job. Great steel, hard steel, holds an edge, takes one fairly easily, easy to clean, good grip on the Micarta scales. They also make ones in G10. They also make models with a ton of different other steels, so you can get one that suits you. Fantastic blade. This is getting a 9 out of 10. And if I still had the leather sheath, it would be getting a 3 out of 10 because I hated that so much. So if you do get this, I recommend replacing the sheath as soon as humanly possible. But in its current configuration with the aftermarket Kydex, of which Bradford does also sell. They sell their own, but I didn't like the looks of that either. So here we are. So Bradford, if you're watching, please up your sheath game. Thank you from all of us. 9 out of 10, and we will see you next time.